5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Or so time in the main event grand finals. Would not be shocked at all, and it's all going to be happening right here. A best of 2 in the group stage. So much action across all of the 4 streams. There's Quincy Crew Beast Coast going on, Fnatic SG, and Elephant Vici, but the big marquee matchup is going to be here on this stream. PSG.LGD versus Secret. Let's get into it. Trent, I can't wait.
There's
I'm so excited.
A good amount of damage spread here. Across the 2 teams. Like, they both have quite a bit of magic as well as physical damage. Like, no one's like too hard into one or the other, right? You see a lot of minus armor stacked up on LGD, but then you also consider they have Sky, right? Just like this massive, explosive magic damage, burst damage. Secret, same thing. They have a ton of magic damage. It's all very evident across their heroes, but then you also have the Empower and the Bloodlust coming through to really help those right clicks out from the Tiny. So it's very hard to just like single-handedly itemize versus them.
Do you hear cheering?
I do, and I love it.
What is that? What's happening? I don't know.
Let's go. That's the crowd. They're going wild.
It's so good. It's amazing. Well, we've got taunts that are happening. We've got cheering that's going on in the background. It's a whole host of action. Oh, there's cheers going on for each of the teams? If you cheer on your team, then it goes louder? Is that what's happening here?
It must be.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited for this. This is where it needs to be right now. So what else do we have as we get ready to go? God, those sprays are so good. I believe that's Zinq that's there.
That's a favorite amongst quite a few teams, I think.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, Nisha's dropping it down as well. That's good. Much needed. As we go into this game number 1, staring down each other across the river. And it looks like it's just going to be a trade-off of 2 bounty runes apiece for each team. And can the Alchemist get off to a good start and carry his team to the victory?
Excellent idea.
The cheering is very interesting. I have to say that, as looks like Nisha heads on out towards the mid, going to be facing off against the Death Prophet. And at least for the moment, I'm anticipating that we have kind of an interesting setup there where they actually on Secret drop down 2 wards on either side of the river. So that way, no matter what, Nisha's going to be able to spot out which one of those 6-minute runes that ends up being at.
Yeah, this has become a little bit more common as well. Like the early double ward and just like not worrying as much about your lane. I think that's one of the benefits of Ogre too, because Ogre gives you vision by just like running at people. You know, you don't need the ward in lane down bottom. And it's very similar in the top 2 is, oh, Yapsor loses Curry to Y, playing very aggressive there.
Always off to a nice start. As you can see through this first couple of waves, going to be a little bit of a problem there for Secret, depending upon how it goes. Y actually just walks through, tries to do a little bit of damage onto Yapsor. It's a battery assault, but the wave is going to be pushing in to Ame as he backs out underneath that tower yet again. I don't know, is there much kill potential really here at all? It feels like most of these lanes should be fairly static.
Yeah, I could see maybe top happening for either side.
Okay.
You know, that would probably be the one that I'd look towards. But kind of a slow, you know, it all depends on how much you respect the regen, right? And like how much you need to spend on regen in either of these side lanes. Because if you get a little bit too low, you just get caught by some of this burst damage, right? We have Tiny on one side, and then we just have Shaker as well as a Skywrath Mage. So you get fissured into a blow-up combo, and you might just go down.
So they'll place down a tree there to give some extra regen to Faith Beyond. Yeah, something to watch for indeed with that extra bit of, you know, burst damage that they've got, but also fairly tanky heroes down here, you know, 2 strength heroes and an ogre. As long as Zinq sort of keeps that distance, everything should be fine and dandy. But they are getting a nice wave under the tower, and that does open up an opportunity for Puppey to get a pull off as another courier goes down.
Oh, that's the revenge, because the Yapsor lost his first, so
nice.
He gets one back versus Y. Yeah, very interesting to see Solid Side there for the Shaker, obviously very important, but top lane here, what is our Alchemist going to do?
Yeah.
Has the Armlet queued up, that's obviously pretty standard, but we have two paths, essentially, right now with Alchemist players. They tend to go for the Radiance, or they go towards, like, damage builds that somewhere involve a Shadow Blade and a Silver Edge.
Nice
Ooh.
sidestep there. So Twinkle Toes.
Just not quite getting themselves in sync there, and, well, we'll Twinkle Toe away there with the taunt. Some pull action here, battling out in the bottom lane. Sure that Matu can safely farm near the tower. Looks to be in a great spot here. This wave is pushing him pretty hard, though, so Matu just trying to control things up here and keep the next couple waves in their favor. And there's no camp there for Xingqiu to pull with, so this is looking great for Matu right now.
A little bit of an avalanche. Thought about a toss back, but decides not to go for it. Instead, it's just going to be Puppey trying to chase down Faith Beyond, get some damage out there before the waves reset together in equilibrium. And yeah, nobody really falling that far behind. You can see DP and Alk having a good time, although Amit taking a nice chunk of damage over here, and YapzOr underneath the tower ends up taking a couple of tower shots with the minus
in
armor.
the acid spray. Ooh.
Yeah, that's dangerous. And in fact, Wise going to chase him out.
Faith Beyond.
Faith Beyond goes for it. Puppey able to draw first blood, not where you might expect it. He ends up going for an overextension, and the captain of Secret now trying to turn Xingqiu, seeing if he can get a little bit of a punish, but you have almost no armor in comparison to this Ogre. The right clicks do so much damage.
Just
the
regenerating so much, too.
Yeah.
Look at Puppey. Nothing feels better than people just wasting your health as Ogre. That is a resource. When you play Ogre, your mana should be refilling all the time, and your health should be refilling all the time. More importantly, your health.
And with that, it is first blood drawn. Certainly not the end of the world at all for Faith Beyond.
Look at YapzOr mid.
Ooh.
Full wraparound here with the tossback. Probably not a kill, but just a good amount of harass here on the nothing to say.
So they will go and make that rotation, sets up. Now there's 3 wards that are all around the mid lane right now for Secret. They're putting so much emphasis on trying to just ensure that Nisha has a good game.
Yeah, and the fact that YapzOr is mid means that Zai's on his own, but they can't really punish him right now. Like, well, I can't find the positioning, so instead he's going to run to the middle of the river as well. And him and YapzOr are just going to mess around here at the 5-minute mark.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, it's been a very, mobile game. Heroes running around all around the map. Bound bottom, Xingqiu tried to get a little bit fresh with Matumba Man as Puppey will fend him off of his carry, continue to beat away. This is the way you want to play the Ogre, for sure. And now the turn. Faith Beyond, did you overextend a little bit? Able to get that Fire Blast off a couple more punches. But there isn't a block-off potential. Puppey instead, he might have overextended a little bit. Faith Beyond goes in, finds the finish. It's actually Xingqiu that gets the kill, and now can Faith Beyond clean up Matumba Man. Kassiv comes through a couple more right clicks, but won't be able to get it.
YapzOr's even TPing down. Does cancel.
Yeah.
Wants to stay in the mid lane.
There's dual laning mid right now. Oh, wait
wow,
a minute.
he got him with the avalanche. They didn't know Matu was still lurking in the trees.
Oh, what a sneaky play. That was sick.
They had a ward too, so they felt so safe, right?
Yeah.
You think oh, that guy's gone. He TP tower or TP back to base or something, but instead he stays, lurks, gets the kill, and then Puppey comes through with the salve to keep him active in the lane and continue farming. Very big play there from Matu. Meanwhile, top has just been like, we're chilling,
Exactly.
1v1, I farm, you farm, no denies. We got a deal here. Both supports are gone.
Well, and normally you don't necessarily feel great about the Alk getting a free time, but if you're keeping YapzOr out of the lane the whole time, I don't know, and he's able to ensure that Nisha has a good game, I think you're pretty okay with this.
Bottom lane
goes for it. Fissure is out. Matumba Man in some trouble. Nothing to say. Trying to make the play. It will be enough to take down that Tiny. And afterwards, Puppey decides to walk back in. Just gives his life away for nothing. All right. Well, they'll take that one for sure.
Man, nothing to say really needed that because he had a rough mid experience.
Yeah.
I mean, his net worth very much recovered now, actually ahead of the Queen, surprisingly, but he had to walk all the way back to the base. Thankfully, there was a little bit of a neutral stack there that helped him out, too, from the small camp that wasn't dealt with from Secret. So now with the Exorcism rotation back on track for him, Nisha still looking for potential rotation play here. Is level 7 and holding the point, so thinking about going for a Sonic Wave kill here.
Throws out that dagger, level 3. Just so annoying to deal with. It's a good chunk of damage and burning through those raindrops. Very frustrating. But as you can see, top net worth's inhabited by the Alk as you would expect. And then afterwards, the Death Prophet. And there is that little bit of a differentiation as Faithbeyond's had a bit of a tougher time down here on the bottom side of the map. But this is an Earthshaker. You know, you're playing it a little bit more greedy of a 3 as far as the laning stage potential goes. And if you can make it last, it's pretty good as Zai has already finished off the Helm of the Dominator.
Secret are feeling like they might be closing on an Alk problem here.
Oh, careful, careful. Nothing to say. Drop down low. Nisha, can you finish him off? But the silence comes out at the last second. Sonic Wave, does he have it available? No, just going to go and do it with the Scream. Puppey comes in and also helps out with the punches. Faithbeyond now getting body blocked as Matumba Man tries to just beat him down to
got
death.
Sonic Wave.
Do they have enough?
He's coming back
in, thinking for round 2. I mean, it's dangerous into Faithbeyond. He has 6. So they're going to play it a little bit safer. At least for now, but now with the bottle up,
and
this
the
is pressure
illusion
time.
room. Yeah, they can just like run in here and look for a Sonic Wave kill. Xingqiu coming in kind of dangerously in the trees.
Walks forward and just gets caught immediately in some trouble. Xingqiu throws out that silence, but the right-click beatdown continues.
Oh, the toss! He threw Y onto him! He gave him the ammunition!
That was sick, and gets the vision for the tree toss afterwards. Now Zai comes in, absolute mayhem, but they're able to get the cogs off. Zai pulls back in Y, wants to find this finish, gets him with the clap too, the Helm of the Dominator. Creep getting involved in all the action. Now Nisha shows up, just absolute mayhem towards this mid lane over the past couple of minutes, and it's all favoring Secret.
Oh, and the stack steal, right? The Alchemist was looking for these, needs to come in and grab these. I mean, Alk already is off to an incredible start for sure, just like complete free farming, but this is supposed to be like that next step where you really propel the hero forward. This is what can make like the ratings build feel broken, because you just get it way too soon if you finish up all those jungle camps, but something like that could even change where you want to go with your items.
Look at all of this emphasis on the Tier 1 tower. 5 heroes from Secret just trying to pressure this down one by one. It's like group up and go.
Yeah.
And this is what you have to do against the Alk. You have to constrict that farm and shut down the area where not just his stacks are, but eventually where he's going to feel comfortable farming.
Yeah, and this is like, if you choose to ignore the Alk, which they have quite literally not pressured him at all. They gave him a free 1v1 lane. You're then putting the burden on him to make the rotation into that mid lane when you do that. If he doesn't show up, then the fight's going to be very, very easy.
So they make it work. 10 minutes in, still less than 1,000. Well, now 1,000 gold separating these two teams.
That's not good, though.
No.
1,000 gold lead with a free farming Alchemist?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's like a 3K deficit for a normal lineup.
And again, the pressure is going to continue from Secret as they head up to the top side of the map. This tower already down to just about a quarter HP. As Matumba Man will pull the camp over. Zai giving the empower to the Tiny. Rarely seen, but much appreciated. And LGD, they did manage to take that bottom tier 1 tower. Where can they find a little bit of an opening for themselves? I mean, is there much of a really change to the game plan? Like, do you just need to keep fighting with Exorcism if you're LGD now?
They need 6 on clock.
Okay.
Step 1. The Yules is done on DP. That's good, but the real big jump up is going to be the Blink Dagger on the Shaker. That has to come before the Radiance is going to be done, and that's going to try and stem this bleeding, right? You have to try and like sew up some of these wounds.
Right.
And hold on to your tier 2s utilizing that Blink Dagger from the Earthshaker. I don't know if it's going to be fast enough. I'm a little concerned.
Pretty close. And the other thing is because you've got this Alchemist, like there's very little farm elsewhere. You can see they're blocking these hard camps here and leaving one of the small creeps afterwards. Like everything they can do to try and shut down the farm that LGD wants to get on this map. Secret, they ate their Wheaties in the morning. They came here to play Dota.
Oh, they're not making any large commitments so far, so this is pretty good. Looks like Y and Xingqiu maybe think about a smoke play here, as they're going to group up the tower. They have a deeper ward, which is really nice. They're trying to prep for a potential play, where maybe they're going to, like, you know, come back to the lane, push, and we're going to smoke in and grab them with their ultis. So here they go. Supports moving together, looking for the hook shot into the sky kill. Yapsor prime target. Should be free. Nice one. Nice. That's what you need, right?
It looks pretty good for them. That's what they wanted to make happen. And in the meantime, too, you've got Faithbeyond getting some pretty free farm for himself. Got 2 waves in towards the mid. It did look like Nothing to Say just stole 2 of those waves. I was like, come on, dude, try to get a Blink Dagger. What are you doing? Classic carry players.
I tell you, Puppy's getting a lot of space down bottom. And once again, going for this Veil first build. This is what he did the last time that I was watching this game on the Ogre. Previously, they had the Snapfire with the Ags, which was pretty nice. They just like shoot them in the middle of the fights, but they have a timing. So they can kind of still do that if they want. Not really necessary, but, you know, playing Ogre, guys, you just run into the fight and you have 2 goals. Number 1, they stun you. That you already winning because they didn't stun anyone important. It's just you. And if they don't kill you right away, then you get to stun one of them.
Perfect.
That's Ogre. The dream is that you live with like a little bit of HP, because then you actually get items. But if you don't live, then chances are your team's still going to win the fight. It's fine.
Well, we now have a big smoke up play coming from LGD up on the top side of the map. They catch it. Looking for
he
the
was mid-skewer.
No, that was well played. They get the silence out afterwards, and even popping the Exorcism for this one. Where do you go with this now for LGD?
This is so good for LGD, though. They caught them on a stall-out timing from Secret, right? Where it felt like they didn't really have a lot they could do other than that double support smoke. They do it, it works. And buying that much time and then another good smoke into their jungle and catching them not like fully grouped up as 5 means they get a few more kills, they stem it a little bit further, and the Blink Dagger's down on Shaker, right? Yeah. So now you're ready to just go forth and play some Dota, and Alchemist has the Radiant tier 2, I believe.
Well, you can see LGD, they bring Y and Faith Beyond down to try and maybe bait out this Alchemist, but instead, it's Secret that are making a counter move into the Dire jungle.
The Helm Creep
they weren't expecting it. They were not expecting this jump on Nothing to Say, and he is going to get caught out and punished hard. Good play by Secret.
I mean, that was just free. That was just a Helm Creep doing shenanigans, right? Running through the lanes and everything. Oh, and then he grabs the Alpha Wolf instead to go Roche. Beautiful stuff there. Well, it's a little sad to abandon that Hellbear after like literally getting them a free kill on the enemy.
He's in a better
mid.
place now, Trent. No, I think that again, it's like, you know, LGD was expecting that move down bottom, and Secret instead just makes sort of the preemptive move top, and they're going to get paid off handsomely with this Roche.
Helm is just such a creative item. That's why I've always loved it. You know, there's so many plays you can make.
Zai, definitely a creative player.
That's for sure. Creative in music taste as well.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
He has the most refined cultural music taste I've ever seen.
I don't know if you're memeing or not.
Clearly, you're just not aware. Sorry, you've just been exposed very heavily live on stream. I'm sorry. Look at this heat map for Zai.
Oh, my God.
Now that's graphics.
That is where he wants to be.
He hasn't even been bottom.
No, not one
it's like,
time.
Nope. We're going top. I mean, this is what happens when you play Radiant, right? This is where your game tends to move to anyway. In the later game, the carry player, they're going to be bottom for a bit, then they come top.
Look at this, though.
Offlaners never leave.
LGD, they throw out a Fissure. I wasn't sure if I guess they were trying to catch on to the creep here, but Zai showing himself. Matumba Man invis. I think that broke the smoke. That Helm Creep still sharking around this area. I mean, not all of LGD is here. If this turns into a fight, it's a 5v3 right now.
Ward.
Oh, Yapzor. Wait, but they found him. Nisha caught right at the start. Stun comes out. Is it going to be enough? They try and bring him down, but he gets the Yules off. RP completely whiffed, actually.
Why?
The blink, they broke it. Oh, Ame dropped down that acid spray. That was sick from LGD, and they end up making it work. Puppy caught on the wrong side of the fissure. 3 down for 1. Why not?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you position 5 Clockwork.
It's so good.
What 5 could have done that? He ruined any chance of a counter initiation. The only other thing is like global silence. And, you know, of course this makes it a skill shot. It's a little bit harder. But this one's only on like a 60-second cooldown. And it just gets better and better as the game goes forward.
Was it the acid spray or the rocket flare that broke the blink? Either way. Oh, if Ame dies right now, though, that's pretty bad. Oh, man, they catch him out. Ame maybe in some trouble. Oh, they can't blink, though. Chasing in, wanting to get the finish, but the bait and Faith Beyond comes in to save the day and now punish Matumba Man. It was looking so good until it wasn't. As Secret gets caught out there, that is just the Aegis, though. Wait, can Secret turn this fight back around? There's a chance. Hookshot in, trying to salvage this one. The moment, stolen hookshot.
Nice.
Now, wait, they leave wide to the side.
Yeah, they want something bigger.
They get him. Good tree toss afterwards, but almost able to catch on. Let's say, not quite. Ame's back into this one. Stunned now, onto 2. Tries to bring him down. Puppy also in trouble. Nisha falls. It went from good to bad to back again. And now in the end, LGD sitting on top with a 4K gold lead. What a wild ride.
I'm dead.
Okay, at least Yapster, I guess, does escape with the hook shot. That is something that looks all right for Team Secret. But yeah, this has really put the game back into the favor of LGD. Feeling a lot better about their situation after essentially just waiting the longest time for that one perfect fight. They get it. And yeah, this feels so bad, honestly, for Secret, right? Because you're like, oh, here's our comeback, right? Like, we lost that last fight, but we can get something huge back.
Back into it now. Able to get the Avatos, so they get a little bit of cleanup kill there onto Zinq. But yeah, showing the power of that armlet. Able to get that toggle off there before he went back down to the low ground. It's one of those items that has come back into favor quite heavily for Alk for good reason.
And he's on the train, right? He's got his BKB now finished. We'll go right for the AC after. And that sort of speaks again to the idea of like the double style of damage that Secret have. A lot of heroes struggle versus that because it can be hard to itemize versus two different things, like needing Linken's and BKB, but Alk has no problem with those situations.
Hook shot stolen, turns now onto him. Yapstor might have gone a bit too deep. Icarus flying close to the sun and being punished. The Echo afterwards. Do they have follow-up? There's the lift up. Nisha just doesn't get to play Dota. Wait, the Cogs didn't connect? Not sure what ended up happening there, but Nisha gets away by the skin of his teeth. And in the meantime, Matumbaman takes the tier 2 towers. So Secret, they force a skirmish, don't lose a lot, and end up getting a decent amount in return.
Yeah, Zai and Matsu playing a very interesting style together, and the way they've just been kind of like roaming around trying to get these picks, and obviously successfully at times. And Zai always bringing the helm, so they kind of have a third hero there in lost situations for some extra disable or just scouting ahead of them. Looks like they want a tower of their own in the bottom lane here, though.
Well, the game has been kind of going at what feels to be a blistering tempo so far. Not always what you would expect with the Alchemist.
This is so scary, though. TPing into these trees, like when they're attacking your 2-2. I can't believe Puppy even did that. That was very dangerous versus a Clockwork and an Earthshaker.
He's got the Bloodlust going now on the tower, as it slowly is going to be whittled away. Granted, this does still allow for the trade-off now of outposts. And interestingly enough, LGD, in spite of the last couple fights, it's all been on their side of the maps. They haven't even gotten the tier 1 tower mid. That is the one benefit that we're still seeing from Secret here. And again, it is an Alk draft, so this 5k net worth lead, you know, not as detrimental as it would normally feel at this point in the game. You were 5k up with a sort of...
Oh, and look, the combo, they're there together again.
That's huge.
Matsu and Zai.
Wow, what a pickoff. And now Ame ends up getting stunned there. A good fissure afterwards, though. Matumbaman turned upon. Gets the Bloodlust. RP onto 2. It's looking pretty solid. Sonic Wave afterwards. Is it going to be enough? They bring him down. The Tiny starts to fall. A great counter initiation coming from Y. Ame down to such low HP. Turns now onto Zai. Able to bring him down, but dies to Nisha. This DD route is exactly what he needed. Triple kill from the boy. He did it to him.
5 heroes down. Noble efforts there from the supports to try and salvage that fight, but I mean, you initiated an engagement without your mid hero, right? That's what it came down to. Trying to punish the fact that they killed nothing to say, but there's gonna be a big old 0 in terms of damage contribution from your Death Prophet here, and yeah, there you go, instant pick. And Ame, very bold, was really trying to get there in time to save the DP. Then he's like, oh, I got allies around, this is totally worth it, but beautiful RP there from Zai to set up for the Sonic Wave.
Absolutely wrecking. Yeah, and again, it's just these little... There's so much damage so quickly amongst all of these heroes. So, like, if anybody gets isolated, they just die. And imagine there if Zai was able to sort of survive.
Everyone's just, like, dropping at the end of the fight,
exactly.
You know? This is the good Dota. Oh, nothing to say. Doesn't want to drop again here, though, after the Silver Edge hit from Matu, so we'll back up.
Again, 31 kills in 21 minutes. It has been a barn burner indeed. BKB's now done, so... That pumps the brakes a little bit on the fun, I feel like, with these items a little bit. It starts to become a little bit less chaotic, but at the same time, Nisha can now play that much more freely. Although, to be fair, he's kind of been playing like a psycho the entire time anyways. Which is what you love to see. Oh, and Puppy, he gets the shard up in time. So we've got this Fire Shield now, which, again, for anybody that hasn't seen this yet, this item, at least in my opinion, has really been one of the things that's allowed Ogre to sort of rise again in a little bit of prominence. And why? Likely just going to go down with the Orchid Review.
Those hits.
That was rough. So this lead that was built up by LGD, bitten into by Secret, as they pull this back again. And now just down to a 2k gold lead. Secret are looking good.
AC delivered to Ame, and currently considering a heart and maybe the overwhelming blink. So, you know, you talk about burst damage and everything. He's trying to get over that hump.
Right.
Just like all that burst is there. What is the actual sustained damage from Secret? And it is relatively low, I would say. It is mostly a burst-heavy sort of lineup, right? You're going to have your overpower, but the most sustained damage is probably going to be Matu. Sorry, your Empower. It'll be like Matu, Empowered, and Bloodlusted.
Ooh. Smoke on smoke. Puppey the one to break it. That's not a bad one to start. Faith Beyond blinks away, but they catch Yapzor. Able to isolate him. Hook shot afterwards. Catches down one. There's no Skywrath in this fight. Matumba Man also contained in the cogs. Nothing to say. Down low, not dead, but eventually will fall. So 2 are gone. Matumba Man trying to clean up, but the big bad dunk comes in from Faith Beyond. What a play! The triple kill from Ame as they eviscerate him in ZQ, appreciating greatness.
He's just in the stands. He's the only one in the stadium. He died. He ran out. He's waving, clapping, and cheering. The 3-hero Echo Slam into the 2 Fisher on the end there, too. So ensuring 0 chance. And yeah, the chat goes wild here for that one.
Oh, my God. It was looking so bad for them. That fight should have been awful. And then Faith Beyond's like, you want to walk up that hill? Okay, come on. Go on up there. Oh, man. Look at this one. As, again, they jump on in there.
Yeah, this doesn't look very good. No, this seems like a bit of a problem. Yeah, it was really interesting how the fight actually broke down between, like, Nothing to Say over here, and he's kind of isolated. Matu's isolated as he sort of caught Faith Beyond, right? Faith Beyond had to back way up because the start of the fight went poorly for him. Good thing he stuck around. That is for sure.
And like they're even pulling in the small camp of creeps that gets the extra echo damage out there also. Unbelievable. Back and forth we go this game. Just when you think that it's going to start to pull away from one of the teams, they swing it back around and something else happens.
You know, you think of like, this is like the world's worst boxers. You know, it's like really finesse, like dodge, dip, back and forth. This is just like giant haymaker, back and forth, like taking turns. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots or something here.
There we go. Rocky Balboa, Apollo Creed. It's back again. God, nobody.
I know.
A boomer.
Yeah, yes.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad.
Dude, I said Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Don't worry. I don't think they know what that is. They're like, do you mean Hungry Hungry Hippo?
Yeah.
I know that's one.
What are you talking about?
That's Ame. He's the Hungry Hungry Hippo, because every time I look at him, he's just going from camp to camp, munching them all up there, and approaching that heart.
That could be one of those things that makes the difference. But to be honest, you still just have so much burst damage. Queen of Pain does feel like one of those weird heroes, though, where like for a while she just feels so incredibly strong, and then eventually it's like, oh, well, what happens? Going for the Shiva's Guard, like it a lot. The regen reduction that you're going to get out of that, and a little bit extra burst. But I wonder if this heart is going to be too much for Secret to deal with.
Well, that's the issue, right? It's the reason why Queen of Pain feels like that sometimes is it comes down to your itemization, right? It's like, do you go an AC build or do you go more like a Shiva's build? And the Shivas is the kind of stuff that might like slow you down a little bit. However, in this situation, it is an Alchemist, so you're going to get some benefits, right, with the idea of just like slowing down that regen. So it's a much better item in this case, even if you want the sustained damage, just because you're reducing that regen that the Alch needs, especially when you're doubling up with it with the heart.
Not bad. Not bad at all. So where do we go from here now? After that last punch in the face, LGD, the one that is on top by about 5k gold. Roche, available if any team wins a fight nearby the pit. But I don't think anybody feels comfortable just going in there. And look at this. This little kobold running around, scouting things out. This is the thing, right? You never know if there's like a mag and a smoke right behind that one.
Yep. Potentially with a horn toss pretty soon here. I was wondering when Zai was going to go for it, because it feels like it really fits the way he likes to play. You know, he's got the creativity. Horn toss is just another tool in the kit there. It's like he's baiting. He's like stutter stepping this kobold.
Oh yeah, they also caught an ignite afterwards, trying to bait this Queen of Pain illusion. But I think LGD know what's going on right now, and they're not going to fall for it. Secret sit up on this high ground. And again, having this mid-tier 1 tower still alive at this 26-minute point in the game, it's so valuable from Secret. It's like this sort of just this impenetrable wall.
All right, so Y is making a huge call here. He circled that ward because he thinks that this is my train of thought. I believe that Y believes that Secret have a ward, or sorry, that Secret know that LGD have a ward on that high ground because they knew that it was an illusion.
Okay.
That's their giant brain. So he wants to come and camp this because he thinks they're going to come over and D-ward.
Okay, so
and he like circled it and was like, they're going to come over here, guys.
That makes sense. And that's the big question
They
mark.
didn't run over there.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, Dota so often is just those, like, small micro things that could happen. And
Yeah, but then you make that call and
exactly,
it works,
then
and
you
you're
win.
You're a genius.
So where are we at? This is going to be Shiba's guard done. Oh, the Clockwork Flare is always so good. But it's just this sort of stare down across the river, looking for Roche. And it does look like we're starting to get in towards some Aghanim Scepters here as well in a little bit. A Blast Rig for Faith.
All right, so now you can mess around in the Roche Pit, right? Because you have the heart. There's not a huge punish here. You know, he's going to be like full HP. It's fine. Just sitting, not ulting, hanging out.
And it's going down pretty quickly. Oh, Secret. Hook shot in. They find Matumba Man. Able to catch him in the cogs. Have to be careful. But Nisha jumps the back line. Able to find one, but the invis, it's there. They get the isolation, though. It's a trouble. Onto 2. Trying to bring him down. Ame down to half HP, but he's walking away. Matumba Man trying to go for that chase down. Faith Beyond the isolation and chase with the echo. They blow up Nisha. No buyback for him. Ame still lives through this, but eventually will be brought down. He has buyback, but do you use it right now?
Can't do it. There's no death profit.
Oh, man. What a win for Secret there. I mean, they lose Nisha, but that was able to isolate the rest of LGD into death position.
Matsu has no concerns about sustained damage. Like Bloodlust and Empower, he just stands, he's just swinging this tree, clubbing them down. The two heroes were also clumped up there from LGD, so he's getting maximum value on every single swing. And I think this is a safe Roche attempt here. I don't know what the angle is to make this. I'm sure Y's going to try something.
Well, and you can see right here again, they're going to go for that hook shot in. Actually, maybe going to go for the fight, but the replay of the battle here, it was set up by Zai. You know, this mag that we've been seeing becomes so important in these ones as well. Jumping back in the base.
Zai.
They caught him, blows up, down and dead. Faith Beyond ends up paying for it, but they kill him off.
All right, I'll take that 1 for 1. A little shocked it worked, to be honest, but I was hoping to maybe mess up with the Roshing there.
They dropped just an egg shard on the ground. Hopefully somebody comes and picks. Guys, hello? Somebody, go get it. That's an important item there. Yeah, it's one thing to leave it in the Roche pit. It's another just to leave it on your high ground in front of the
Yapsa actually already has his too. So yeah, and so does Puppy.
I guess Nisha. That's a pretty good one.
He's actually the only one. Zai bought his too.
Wow.
How often does that happen? Second Roche, there's like only one person who can even take it?
Not super often, has to be said. So 30-minute mark now, and the game still very close. And, you know, this 2K gold lead, I feel like Matumba Man is starting to get into the very scary territory where he can actually go toe-to-toe with the Alk. DD rune picked up by Nisha.
Yeah, Nisha still not going to have a solution, though, if that happens again with ZinQ, right? Just, like, blinking in there and, like, not having anything to deal with the invis.
Smoking to the Aegis. The big wraparound. They're just trying to get the tier 1 here, maybe? I mean, Secret has
follow the couriers. Follow the little breadcrumbs.
Oh, they're gonna be under vision, though. They see all of this. Yeah, Secret sees everybody. Oh no. Oh, this could be bad for LGD. They gotta get out of there. Take down the vision to start. Now the Avalanche catches onto ZinQ. Sure, trying to back away. A little bit awkward. Good stun afterwards with that shard, but the toss back onto the creep, in fact. And Ame's gonna stun himself. Oh my god, Matumba Man, what a play there with the hook shot in, trying to keep Ame alive and from dropping too low. Matumba Man in trouble, but the cogs push back, almost gets him to the low ground, but he's able to get away. Sonic Wave on the other side. Nisha now isolated, silence, no answer, dead. They take down another. But where else can they find action?
Oh, he couldn't get him!
Oh, he gets vision off! There's the stun, and now the Sentry Ward dropped down. Can they chase him? Wait, no, he's invis still. And the Link he ends up catching.
He gets
it, Matumba Man comes in there and finds another kill. Wait, they can't get him. He's on the wrong side of the fissure. Throws out the stun.
What is happening?
Matumba Man living. How can they get him alive? Oh my god, they bring him down once. Where's the rest of the team? They have to walk back out with the Clockwork. He's not with the rest of the team yet. Ame trying to live, gets the ulti off, down to low HP. Matumba Man needs a couple more swipes to do it, but the turn and the BKB, they don't have the control side, pulls him to the other side. Faith Beyond trying to salvage this. Everybody is alive on such like me, but they jump in, and the echo afterwards.
Yeah,
you gotta be kidding me. YapzOr trying to salvage this Zai now, pulls him away, but there's no more damage left from LGD. Secret, can they find any cleanup kills? Yo, what is happening?
These fights are unbelievable.
Unfreaking believable. Wise gonna get caught right there. Another skewer, another pullback, nothing to say. Trying to walk out of there. Secret somehow, some way. We know the fear. Oh my god! Dude, the Death Prophet. Unbelievable. Spirit Siphon ends up getting him with the shard, and now they walk back in and Zai able to live again. Dude, how long has this fight been happening? Zai ends up dying to XinQ. What in the world did we just watch?
I don't know who won this fight, guys. I'm going to be real. All right, I'm just going to level with you.
I don't even know any. I mean, Secret in the end, 3K gold up. They end up. I feel like this is still a win for them. It's got to be. What an unbelievable series of events. And in the end, you know, we've still got a while now until Roche is going to respawn.
Yeah, that's really what just happened, is that Roche is now gone, and they didn't lose any objectives. So, like, oh, what is the replay?
The game's going to be over by the time the replay's done.
So this was a key moment, because this is when, like, Matu's, like, almost certainly going to go down, right? And it's like, what's happening after the Aegis? He gets a nice pick onto XinQ.
Oh, yeah.
This gets all weird. I don't even know who's Force Staff. I think this is Puppy's Force Staff. And then Zai comes over. Like, if you look to the left on the minimap, like, Zai was coming through. And that was the big play, because he was waiting for the respawn. And then Faith Beyond hides right down under those trees just to the south of where Ame is right now. He waited so long for that Echo Slam.
And during this entire series event, the entire replay, look on the mini-map, the Clockwork is running this entire time. He's been running the whole moment and finally gets back in at the last second to try and turn this fight back around.
Actually steals the Echo so late, too.
Unbelievable. Dude, YapzOr, what a god.
All right.
How often is stolen Echo the play? You know?
Yeah.
How many instances is that actually good? Because you don't get the aftershock. Like,
still felt good there, that's for sure.
It's what they needed. What a player. What a game. What a series. This is the type of Dota we've been waiting 2 years for.
Yeah, that is for sure. And, well, Ame just keeps, you know, every fight he comes with something new to show off. And this time it's the overwhelming blink that gets completed there. That is 4,280 HP, even with the armlet off.
I literally have no idea who's going to end up coming out on top in this next one. It feels like it's entirely upon. So there's.
I feel like it's on
God!
Matu.
Oh, wait a minute! Wait, he missed it. The horn toss didn't connect. Oh, careful! Oh, Zai, you make one bad play, but YapzOr able to pull him away, and Puppy going to be the lone one left behind to die.
I don't think they can kill Ame without Matu.
Wait a minute, though. Tumble Man, any way to get him out of there? No. Hey,
The block.
That was close.
He even had to spend his eggs for that, too.
Just like that. We're again back in sort of holding formation while we wait for Roche. But, I mean, where are the wards even at right now? Secret have a good one that's over in the Dire side. And able to drop down another. There's the horn toss play that they needed. Able to catch. Faith Beyond looking for the jump. Stolen Fissure. Sonic Wave afterwards. Zai lives. Nothing to say, dies.
That was a great jump, because they saw Ame on this really deep ward that they have in the top jungle. So they knew that he was up there and wasn't going to be available for a potential fight.
And again, the slaughter continues in this one. Dropping down that ward right before the fight ended up happening, too, which allows YapzOr to now come into this next one with a fissure. They'll place one on the side of LGD up on this high ground to get ready for that next Roche fight, which we know is going to be coming in a little while here. Most likely the next objective. It still is crazy that Secret's been able to hold this tier 1 tower.
I think Nisha's game is kind of hard at this point, too.
Okay.
I was thinking about building into a Kaya and Sanj, and it's just like, how much does that change in these fights, you know? Like, you're thinking about, like, the scythes and stuff, but it doesn't feel like that's going to be enough. Just trying to live and keep a consistent damage output happening, because it's a bit difficult for them right now. Oh, they want Ame, though. Again, the big hero. They want the heroes in behind.
Looking for it. Matumba Man gets Faith Beyond. No counter initiation play to come. But will they be able to do anything here? Oh, the refresh. Why? Pushes him back yet again. Zai horn toss. But there's the Ghost Scepter keeping him alive a little bit longer on that Sky, but not long enough. Matumba Man going toe-to-toe with Ame. Has to back out of there. Has the stun in just a moment. Throws it out. Able to connect onto Nisha. but they're down one person right now on LGD. Oh, but the throw in!
Forward.
Dude! YapzOr is so good at Dota.
Matu knows he's a great idea on these fights. Just like kill everyone else,
Yes.
right? Leave Ame alone, kill all the other heroes, and then hopefully we'll be 5v1. That is the ideal situation because everything is on Ame right now.
And again, this goes back to what you were talking about in the draft, this idea that they have of just, you know, they took this Earthshaker and Secret are like, we're going to pick this Rubik. And it feels like since YapzOr's gotten his items, the last couple of minutes and all of the mobility, he's been the one that's turning around these fights and making the plays for Secret. Constantly able to find the initiation, jump in, Ame. Wants to beat away, but the fissure's there. X marks the spot where Matumba Man's stunned. But meanwhile, they pull him back in on the other side of the fissure's RP. Every single thing dropped on Ame's head, and they take him down.
I think he started somewhere near the tier 3 there. You know, there's a lot of mobility happening right now to this poor Alchemist.
Tiny's still just so good. And this Ogre Shard, everything working in favor for him. They get the lift up afterwards. Matumba Man says, you want to fight? Get on in this one. They take down that Clockwork. Able to control the Matumba Man, though. Oh, but again, the Force Staff, the double Force Staff. And then they got the lift afterwards in case they need it. Nothing to say. The chase down. Sai. Way up in there. Silence jumps out again and able to TP out.
No,
whoa,
the ghost.
Beyond says no. You can't do that one. Skewer to the low ground. What kind of initiation is that? The ultimate bait to pull him out of the base. Nothing to say. Wants to chase some more. They don't even have Nisha with them right now. Oh, did nothing to say. Overextend. Matu right on top of him. Now the turn. Ato's good chunk of damage. The follow-up, it's there. They blow him up. Just when you think they're out, they pull him back in. They take down Matu, dead for 90 seconds. Wow.
That was 2,400 damage just from Sky. No Agnums or anything. Just pure Sky Wrath Mage and that level 20 talent. The bonus reduction.
Unbelievable. And now Roche has spawned again.
That actually made the buyback in the Alchemist feel worth it, despite losing so much.
And I mean, you can see that there's a broad spectrum of damage from LGD. Right now from Secret, it's all Tiny. So when he's dead, like this game opens up for LGD. They have 60 seconds to really, you know, place their claim on the map.
And again, you see the Flare coming into the Roche Pit from the Clockwork. Value from the 5. Zai has to supplement that for his own team using the Helm Creep. He's setting this in there, doing a lot of scouting with this throughout the game. So they will at least know if LGD going the pit, but I don't know if they can actually contest it.
Again, just the absolute mayhem that this game has been as we get the Chemical Rage. Speed. Oh,
Poppy. Look at this positioning. He wants to pop the smoke on the vision of the creep, but they go too far wide.
YapzOr up on the high ground. Ooh, gets away. Jump in, though. They find one.
YapzOr. He's getting hook shot.
Oh,
the toss over.
They chase down, looking for a way out, but it's not going to happen. And they actually managed to get out of there with Puppy as well. Okay. So with that, you're going to see Puppy retreat. Do they dare go into Roche and try and clean this one up?
Beautiful delay. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah.
You get Matu back alive. They didn't get Roche. The Radiant even wondering, did they do it? You know, are they in there right now?
Well, just like that, they pull it back together and getting the next tier of neutral items online. You were talking about the Scythe that Nisha could have gone for, decides to pick that one up instead of finishing the Kaya Yasha.
I like that a lot.
Or Kaya
I think it's just like, what is the Kaya going to do? You know, I think he was probably just considering, like, if he had to buy it and still hold buyback, that he didn't want to lose much gold. So now you have something big here. And this is actually, like, an answer. Like, there's no Aeon Discs or anything. He can just, like, go for XinQ or something.
Right, but we do see this, the Ascetics cap for both teams on Nisha as well as for XinQ. So, again,
don't need an Aeon Disc.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can still help, if we're going to be honest. But, yeah. What could be the last fight here. I mean, maybe not, to be honest. The way these games have been going, it's just so psychotic. But we're what now? Almost 60 kills within 41 minutes.
Some good Dota.
Looking for an opening now. Secret. Matumba Man. With the Moon Shard done, he hits rather quickly. He can take people down in an instant. Does he want to go in, though?
Look at Wise positioning with that sentry there. Oh, now, of course, as a clock where you do give yourself away here, Matu knows he's there.
Ooh, the initiation again from Rubik. Dude, the shard, it was meant to be good, but now they don't have it for the save. Why? Jumps out the other side. There's the catch, though, from Zion to both the cords. Can they bring him down? They need to find this kill onto Ame. Looking for it. Nisha, in the meantime, takes down the clockwork. And look at the silence onto Faith_Beyond. He can't do anything. Has to pop the BKB. Tries to run away, but this is not good enough from LGD. Faith_Beyond barely able to get the escape, but this at the very least is Roach and maybe more. Good Yule Scepter. Nothing to say. Probably salvaged the game right there. But nonetheless, this is still a huge loss for LGD, and what a great initiation from Secret.
Man, they are really pulling out all the tricks. Between their heroes, right, they have so many different ways that they can use their mobility to get in these fights and just create an advantageous situation. It feels like LGD have to start every fight with some sort of a counter-initiation play that just feels like you're trying to hold, you know? They're not getting any sort of like, oh, this is, say, a good turning moment right now. Part of that is just Matu's damage. I mean,
are they just looking to try and finish this one off? I mean, you're so
There's no
long.
Alchemist, dude. They, you know.
Oh my God, and that's so much of their damage. Granted, I mean, they need a huge hold here from the rest of the heroes. Able to not give up that fissure from
their only hope is Matu, no BKB, and Skywrath Mage, right? It's the only way they can kill him, but the BKB's back now.
It's just so much damage. It's so difficult. They need a full chain stun from him.
Yep.
There is still a tier 2 tower in this bottom lane. And it looks like that's going to be enough to stop the mega creeps. Now Secret back away, go to try and clean up Roche. And that last fight has completely opened things up for Secret here. Like you're talking about, so much mobility. I think this is the best Ag Shard Rubik game I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see you use that offensively very often. He's had some very good saves as well with it so far. And kind of curious who gets the Agnums. Oh, we're giving it to Tiny. Let's go. Oh, no, we're not. Just Queen of Pain, then?
Oh, give it to Yapzor. There it is.
Ah,
let's go.
Right, the crowd likes that. They love eggs on Rubik.
Maybe one last series of wild rides coming out here. And, oh, we've got a refresher on Zai. All the stops are coming out. LGD are going to have to play their hearts out here if they want to hold from a 27,000 gold deficit. Nothing to say. Doing some dance moves as you get ready for an exorcism. But this is where they want to stake their claim. This is where they want to hold the high ground.
Octarine, Ags, Rubik. That's insane. Ags is on Rubik's one of the best feeling ones for support players, right? Like 1.5 seconds on the spell steal with the Octarine is unbelievable. He just gets every spell that he wants.
Q drops it down, trying to force that BKB, but the save again.
It's so good versus Sky, and the specific only way we kill them, right? Like,
yeah.
How do you actually stop him from being saved like that? There's no way to do it.
No. I mean, it's just going to be there no matter what. 97% win probability.
That's generous.
LGD, I mean, it's going to take everything.
Wow, they really believe in LGD.
Apparently.
That's what I'd say.
But a biased coordinator. 26K. There's the control fissure.
What's going on with Matu's eye? Oh, I see. Got the Swift blade coming in.
Who needs boots?
No, unnecessary.
Literally cosplaying a rock.
I like how he just doesn't eat the moon chariot. He's like, no, that is so not worth it. I concur.
Control again. Where's the save? Okay, force staff afterwards. Oh, and there's the toss in. Zinq down low, taking a lot of damage. Matumba Man almost able to kill him, but not quite. Zinq lives. The dunk comes out from Faith_Beyond, but it's not enough. They don't have the control that they need. Can they kill him off? Matumba Man gonna go down once. Can they do it again? Sai with a big pullback. It's so much damage out there, but the Aeon Disc, he assembles it. Oh, really well played by Nothing to Say. That keeps him alive, so that's Aegis down.
They did miss the hook shot, though, for a potential chance there to maybe get a good fight started. But Zinq wasn't really close enough either, went all the way back to the fountain. So.
Right. I mean, that's as good of a first hold as you're going to get.
So there was cheese was spent.
They still have one more on Nisha.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that was the only one, actually. No, because the second Roche no more. But yeah, it's Aegis down, and still that Aghanims for the Rubik. What's the plan for Secret? I guess that with this DD, do they just go?
they eventually just walk forward and win, I think, at this point. Even without the Aegis, like they must feel like they're so strong at the moment. Everyone has buybacks but Matu as well, so we might see some returns to the fight here if things go a little bit poorly on the high ground.
Always a little bit scary. Just go high ground. We've seen more than a few games that are, less than 1% chance and been able to pull it back because of some poor high ground decision making. Secret obviously been in that position before themselves. Try and take this as slow as possible as long as it's in a safe way. But DD out, ready to go. Tumba Man, do you dare? Got all the save in the world right in front of him. Jumps forward.
He just goes. Wants the Swift Blink on this tower. They do dispel it. That's pretty nice.
That's good. Control out there, down to about half HP, finding one. That's a good one to get. Y goes down, no buyback. 60 seconds.
That was pretty clever. He like made a lot of chaos right next to the Rubik, which was delaying the save, right? You saw Matsu was actually taking quite a bit of damage for a little bit there.
There's so much from the other ones. 4 staff, everything else. Another round, fissure. Pull away. Dude, the blink and the pullback. So much.
Dude, how was that real?
Oh, nicely played. Nothing to say. Aeon Disc, though. The horn toss afterwards, doing everything they can to try and keep this DP alive. Nisha whacks away afterwards. Control out from Faith Beyond. Q back in it. But now with an Exorcism down, the constant go-in that we're seeing from Secret.
Oh, but relentless here, though.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going back. I mean, they don't have to worry about any of their waves, obviously. Just looking for another opportunity to jump in. Slowly, I say slowly destroying the racks. You know,
lift up, pull away.
It takes a lot of blinkins, but once he starts swinging, there's not much stopping him. Almost 3-shot it.
That was an Aghanim spot for the Alchemist, too. So I'm not sure who he gives that one to.
I feel like maybe Shaker. Oh, no, Sky. Zinq for sure. He's trying to abuse the fact there's no BKB, right? You try and burn the BKB and go for the double.
Seems reasonable. Yeah, if they can get that, that's a ton of damage. Like, if 2 heroes get caught and you're able to get that Mystic Flare down.
It would not be wise to go high ground without Matu's BKB. That is how you wind up with a massive comeback, right? So, Secret discussing that. They will finally just say, you know, they hung around just in case LGD actually left the base. Oh, no, Matu. No, it's coming back, right?
He has his BKB back.
We're good.
So they're going to go back in for another round of this one. Try and take down. Not going for the range tracks. So slowly and steadily going to whittle down the melee instead.
Just mixing them up. They'll never see this one coming.
What's the range on that telekinesis? It just looks insane how far away he can cast it from.
It's massive, yeah. Some big stuff.
God, they have to find Yapzor, but he's just staying constantly smoked up behind.
Zinq smoked up. Ame. Y as well. They're looking for good angles here.
This is what they need. This is their moment. The pullback in, nothing to say. Down low HP, Aeon Disc out, but the catch now onto the Rubik, trying to bring him down. Yapzor dead. Buys back immediately. Why? Push back onto Puppey. Is it going to be good enough? They pull him back in. Zai tries to get the RP off. It is going to connect onto one. Nothing to say. Still living through this, but with the 2 supports dead, and now the silence onto Faith Beyond, it's so hard for all of LGD to fight. The stun is going to come out eventually from Ame, but they just don't have what it takes. A buyback from Faith Beyond. Nothing to say. Down very low. He too will eventually die. A big echo out, but is it enough? Nisha trying to bring him down. He gets the blink out, though. The silence off to the side. Nisha running away. GG is going to be called, and Secret going to take game number 1. This one was beautiful. That was a classic.
Yeah, there were certainly some unbelievable fights that Chop